Introduction to Writing Diploma. Welcome to the Diploma in Writing, a comprehensive program designed to cultivate your writing skills across various genres and contexts. This course will guide you through fundamental principles, advanced techniques, and practical applications, preparing you for a diverse range of writing opportunities. We will explore the art and craft of effective communication, focusing on clarity, impact, and audience engagement. Throughout this diploma, you will develop a robust portfolio, gain critical self-editing abilities, and understand the pathways to professional writing careers. Prepare to embark on a transformative journey that will sharpen your intellect and empower your voice. The curriculum is structured to provide a holistic learning experience, beginning with foundational grammar and progressing to complex narrative structures and persuasive argumentation. Each module builds upon previous knowledge, ensuring a steady and comprehensive development of your writing prowess. You will engage with theoretical concepts, practical exercises, and real-world examples to solidify your understanding. Our goal is to foster not just skilled writers, but also critical thinkers capable of analyzing and producing high-quality written content for any purpose. Embrace this opportunity to hone your craft and unlock your full potential as a writer. Understanding the writing process. The writing process is not linear, but rather a recursive cycle involving several key stages, each contributing to the refinement of a piece. It typically begins with pre-writing, where ideas are generated, topics are explored, and initial research is conducted. This stage is crucial for laying a solid foundation and ensuring a clear direction for your writing. Effective pre-writing can involve brainstorming, outlining, free writing, or mind mapping, allowing you to organize thoughts and identify key arguments. This preparatory work helps overcome writer's block and provides a roadmap for the drafting phase. Understanding and embracing this initial exploration is vital for any successful writing endeavor. Following pre-writing, the drafting stage involves putting your ideas into continuous prose, focusing on getting content down without excessive concern for perfection. This is where the raw material of your writing takes shape, allowing you to develop arguments, describe scenes, or explain concepts. Revision then becomes paramount, involving the critical review of the entire piece for clarity, coherence, and impact. This stage often requires multiple passes, focusing on structure, content, and logical flow. Finally, editing and proofreading address grammar, punctuation, spelling, and stylistic errors, ensuring the final text is polished and professional. Each stage is interconnected, and writers often move back and forth between them to achieve optimal results. Developing a writer's mindset. Cultivating a writer's mindset involves embracing curiosity, resilience, and a commitment to continuous learning. It means approaching the world with an observant eye, constantly seeking inspiration in everyday experiences and diverse perspectives. A curious writer asks questions, delves deeper into subjects, and connects seemingly disparate ideas, enriching their content with depth and originality. This intrinsic drive to explore and understand fuels creativity and provides an endless wellspring of material. Developing this mindset transforms writing from a task into a passionate pursuit, making the entire process more engaging and rewarding. It is about seeing stories and insights where others might only see routine. Resilience is another critical trait, as writing often involves facing rejection, criticism, and periods of self-doubt. A resilient writer learns from feedback, adapts their approach, and perseveres through challenges, viewing setbacks as opportunities for growth. Furthermore, a commitment to continuous learning is essential. The craft of writing is ever evolving, requiring writers to stay updated on best practices, new technologies, and emerging literary trends. Reading widely. attending workshops, and actively seeking new knowledge are integral to this mindset. By fostering these qualities, writers can build a sustainable and fulfilling career, constantly improving their craft and expanding their creative horizons. Grammar and punctuation essentials. Mastering grammar and punctuation is fundamental to clear and effective writing, ensuring that your message is understood precisely as intended. Correct grammar provides the structural framework for sentences, dictating how words combine to form coherent thoughts. It covers aspects like subject-verb agreement, verb-tense consistency, and proper pronoun usage, all of which contribute to the logical flow of your text. Errors in grammar can confuse readers, undermine credibility, and distract from the content itself. A strong grasp of grammatical rules allows for greater precision and elegance in expression, making your writing more impactful and professional. It is the bedrock upon which all other writing skills are built. Punctuation marks serve as traffic signals for readers, guiding them through sentences and indicating pauses, emphasis, and relationships between ideas. Commas, periods, semicolons, and colons each have specific functions that, when used correctly, enhance readability and clarity. For instance, a well-placed comma can prevent ambiguity, while a semicolon can connect closely related independent clauses more smoothly than a period. Misplaced or omitted punctuation can drastically alter meaning or create awkward phrasing, forcing readers to reread sentences to grasp their intent. Therefore, meticulous attention to both grammar and punctuation is indispensable for producing polished, professional, and easily digestible written work. Sentence structure and clarity. Effective sentence structure is paramount for conveying ideas with clarity and impact, ensuring that readers can easily follow your thoughts. Varying sentence length and structure keeps writing engaging and prevents monotony, while consistently clear phrasing avoids confusion. A well-constructed sentence typically has a clear subject and verb, conveying a single, focused idea without unnecessary words or convoluted clauses. Understanding the difference between simple, compound, complex, and compound complex sentences allows writers to choose the most appropriate structure for their message. This strategic choice enhances readability and strengthens the overall flow of your prose. Ultimately, clear sentence structure is the backbone of persuasive and comprehensible writing. Achieving clarity in sentences involves precise word choice, avoiding jargon where simpler terms suffice, and eliminating ambiguity. Passive voice, while sometimes necessary, can often obscure the actor in a sentence, making the meaning less direct. Active voice generally leads to more vigorous and transparent writing. Furthermore, placing key information at the beginning or end of a sentence can emphasize its importance, guiding the reader's attention. Eliminating redundancy and wordiness also contributes significantly to clarity, making your writing more concise and impactful. By consciously crafting each sentence for maximum clarity and purpose, writers can ensure their message resonates effectively with their audience, leaving no room for misinterpretation. Paragraph development and cohesion. Well-developed paragraphs are the building blocks of coherent writing, each focusing on a single main idea presented in a topic sentence. This central idea is then supported and elaborated upon by subsequent sentences, providing evidence, examples, explanations, or analysis. A strong paragraph maintains unity, meaning all sentences directly relate to and support the topic sentence, preventing the introduction of irrelevant information. This focused approach ensures that each paragraph contributes meaningfully to the overall argument or narrative, guiding the reader through your ideas logically. Without proper development, paragraphs can feel disjointed or incomplete, hindering comprehension. Effective paragraph construction is crucial for clear and persuasive communication. Cohesion within and between paragraphs is achieved through various transitional devices and logical connections, ensuring a smooth flow of ideas. Transitional words and phrases such as however, therefore, in addition, or consequently signal relationships between sentences and paragraphs, helping readers navigate your text. Repetition of key terms or synonyms, along with the consistent use of pronouns, also contributes to cohesion by creating a sense of continuity. Furthermore, arranging ideas in a logical order, whether chronological, spatial, or by order of importance, enhances the overall coherence of your writing. By mastering paragraph development and cohesion, writers can create texts that are not only informative, but also engaging and easy to follow, leading to a more impactful reader experience. Vocabulary and diction. A rich vocabulary and precise diction are indispensable tools for any writer, allowing for nuanced expression and greater impact. Vocabulary refers to the range of words a writer knows and uses, while diction is the careful selection of words to convey a specific meaning, tone, or style. Choosing the right word can transform a mundane sentence into a vivid and memorable one, evoking precise emotions or images in the reader's mind. Expanding your vocabulary through extensive reading and active learning is a continuous process that enriches your linguistic arsenal. This deliberate choice of words is what truly distinguishes compelling writing from merely adequate prose. It allows you to paint intricate pictures with words. Effective diction involves not only choosing powerful words, but also considering their connotations and denotations, as well as their appropriateness for the audience and context. Denotation is the literal meaning of a word, while connotation refers to the emotional associations or cultural implications it carries. A word might be technically correct, but carry an unintended emotional weight, thus altering the reader's perception. Avoiding cliches and generic terms in favor of fresh, specific language invigorates writing and demonstrates a writer's mastery of their craft. By paying close attention to both vocabulary and diction, writers can elevate their prose, making it more engaging, persuasive, and reflective of their unique voice. This careful selection ensures your message resonates deeply and accurately. Figurative language and imagery. Figurative language and imagery are powerful literary devices that transcend literal meaning, adding depth, vividness, and emotional resonance to writing. Figurative language, such as metaphors, similes, personification, and hyperbole, allows writers to draw comparisons, create associations, and express complex ideas in imaginative ways. These devices engage the reader's imagination, making abstract concepts more concrete and relatable. Instead of merely stating facts, figurative language invites readers to experience the text on a deeper, more sensory level, fostering a stronger connection with the material. It transforms ordinary descriptions into extraordinary literary moments, captivating the audience. Mastering these techniques elevates prose from informative to truly artistic. Imagery, specifically, appeals to the five senses: sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch, to create mental pictures and sensory experiences for the reader. Descriptive language that evokes the crisp autumn air, the cacophony of the city, or the velvety texture of rose petals transports the reader directly into the scene. Strong imagery makes writing more immersive and memorable, allowing readers to visualize and feel the world the writer is creating. By strategically employing both figurative language and vivid imagery, writers can craft compelling narratives, paint rich descriptive passages, and communicate emotions with profound impact. These tools are essential for captivating an audience and leaving a lasting impression, making the writing truly come alive. Show, don't tell principle. The show, don't tell principle is a cornerstone of impactful writing, advocating for vivid descriptions and actions over direct statements of fact or emotion. Instead of explicitly telling the reader that a character is angry, a writer shows it by describing their clenched fists, furrowed brow, or sharp tone of voice. This technique allows readers to infer emotions, motivations, and events for themselves, fostering a deeper engagement and a more immersive experience. It respects the reader's intelligence and invites them to participate actively in constructing the story or understanding the argument. By demonstrating rather than declaring, writers create more dynamic and believable scenes. This principle is vital for bringing narratives to life and making arguments more compelling. Implementing show, don't tell requires a keen eye for detail and a focus on sensory language and concrete actions. For example, instead of writing, "The room was messy," a writer might describe clothes strewn across the floor, empty coffee cups piled on the desk, and a faint smell of stale pizza. This specific imagery allows the reader to visualize the mess and draw their own conclusions about the room's state. This approach applies equally to nonfiction, where demonstrating an argument with specific examples and data is more persuasive than simply stating a conclusion. By consistently applying the show, don't tell principle, writers can elevate their prose, making it more evocative, memorable, and ultimately more effective in communicating their intended message. Tone, voice, and style are distinct yet interconnected elements that define a writer's unique presence on the page and significantly influence how a message is received. Tone refers to the writer's attitude toward their subject and audience, conveyed through word choice, sentence structure, and overall presentation. It can be formal, informal, humorous, serious, objective, or subjective, among many other possibilities. A consistent and appropriate tone is crucial for establishing credibility and connecting with readers effectively. Mismatched tone can alienate an audience or undermine the message, making careful consideration of tone essential for any writing task. It sets the emotional and intellectual atmosphere of the text. Voice, on the other hand, is the unique personality and perspective that shines through a writer's work, making it distinct from others. It encompasses a writer's characteristic way of expressing themselves, reflecting their individual experiences, beliefs, and linguistic habits. Developing a strong voice takes time and practice, but it is what makes writing authentic and memorable. Style refers to the overall manner in which a writer expresses themselves, encompassing their choices in diction, sentence structure, figurative language, and rhetorical devices. It is the sum of all linguistic decisions that shape the aesthetic and impact of the text. By consciously cultivating their tone, voice, and style, writers can craft compelling and distinctive prose that resonates deeply with their intended audience. Audience and purpose analysis. Analyzing your audience and purpose is a critical first step in any writing endeavor, as these factors fundamentally shape every aspect of your composition. Understanding your audience involves identifying their demographics, prior knowledge, interests, values, and potential biases. This insight allows you to tailor your language, level of detail, and examples to resonate effectively with them, ensuring your message is both comprehensible and persuasive. Writing for a technical expert differs significantly from writing for a general public, requiring different approaches to terminology and explanation. Failing to consider your audience can lead to miscommunication or disengagement, rendering your writing ineffective. Therefore, audience analysis is the compass guiding your writing decisions. Equally important is defining your purpose, which clarifies what you aim to achieve with your writing. Are you writing to inform, persuade, entertain, instruct, or analyze? A clear purpose provides direction and helps you make strategic choices about content, structure, and tone. For instance, a persuasive essay will employ different rhetorical strategies than an informative report. Having a well-defined purpose ensures that every sentence and paragraph contributes to your overarching goal, creating a cohesive and impactful piece. By meticulously analyzing both your audience and purpose, writers can craft targeted, effective, and resonant communications that achieve their desired outcomes. Research skills for writers. Effective research skills are indispensable for writers across all genres, providing the factual basis, credible evidence, and rich detail necessary to inform, persuade, or even inspire. Whether you are writing a non-fiction book, a journalistic article, an academic paper, or even a realistic novel, thorough research lends authority and authenticity to your work. It involves identifying reliable sources, evaluating their credibility, and extracting relevant information efficiently. Developing strong research habits ensures that your claims are supported, your arguments are robust, and your narratives are grounded in truth. This foundational skill prevents misinformation and strengthens your overall writing output. It is the bedrock of trustworthy and compelling content. Beyond simply gathering facts, research for writers also encompasses understanding context, exploring different perspectives, and uncovering compelling anecdotes. This deeper level of inquiry allows you to present a comprehensive and nuanced view of your subject, adding richness and complexity to your writing. Techniques include conducting interviews, utilizing library databases, navigating online archives, and critically assessing web sources. Proper citation and ethical use of sources are also paramount, preventing plagiarism and maintaining academic or professional integrity. By honing your research skills, you empower yourself to produce well-informed, authoritative, and engaging content that stands up to scrutiny and truly educates or moves your audience. Elements of storytelling. Storytelling is an ancient art form that captivates audiences by weaving narratives that evoke emotion, impart lessons, and entertain. At its core, effective storytelling relies on several fundamental elements that work in concert to create a compelling experience. These include a clear plot, engaging characters, a distinct setting, and a central conflict that drives the narrative forward. A well-structured plot provides a logical sequence of events, while memorable characters allow readers to connect emotionally with the story. The setting establishes the world in which the story unfolds, influencing mood and atmosphere. These elements are the foundational pillars upon which any successful narrative is built, guiding the reader through an immersive experience. Beyond these core components, themes, point of view, and tone also play crucial roles in shaping a story's impact. Themes are the underlying messages or ideas the story explores, providing depth and universal relevance. The point of view determines whose eyes the story is told through, influencing perspective and reader empathy. Tone, as discussed previously, sets the emotional attitude of the narrative. Mastery of these elements allows writers to craft stories that are not only entertaining, but also thought-provoking and resonant. By understanding and skillfully manipulating these storytelling components, writers can create narratives that linger in the reader's mind long after the final word. This comprehensive approach ensures a truly impactful and memorable story. Character development techniques. Compelling characters are the heart of any memorable story, driving the plot and resonating with readers on an emotional level. Effective character development involves creating individuals who feel real, with distinct personalities, motivations, flaws, and strengths. Writers can achieve this through various techniques, including crafting detailed backstories that inform a character's present actions and beliefs. Exploring their internal conflicts and external challenges adds depth and complexity, making them more relatable and dynamic. A well-developed character is not static. They evolve throughout the narrative, learning and changing in response to events. This evolution makes them believable and engaging, drawing the reader deeper into their journey. Revealing character through action and dialogue rather than mere exposition is another powerful technique. What a character does and says, and how they interact with others, speaks volumes about who they are. Showing their habits, mannerisms, and reactions under pressure provides authentic insights into their nature. Additionally, creating strong supporting characters who challenge or complement the protagonist can further illuminate the main character's traits and drive the plot forward. By employing these techniques, writers can craft characters that readers will care about, remember, and connect with long after the story ends. This meticulous attention to character ensures a truly immersive and emotionally resonant narrative. Plotting and pacing. Plotting refers to the careful arrangement of events in a story to create a coherent and engaging narrative arc, typically following a structure of exposition, rising action, climax, falling action, and resolution. A well-constructed plot provides a sense of direction and purpose, guiding the reader through the story's progression and building anticipation. It involves establishing cause and effect relationships between events, ensuring that each incident logically leads to the next. Without a clear plot, a story can feel aimless or confusing, failing to hold the reader's interest. Strategic plotting is essential for creating a satisfying and memorable reading experience, ensuring the narrative unfolds with purpose and impact. Pacing, on the other hand, controls the speed at which the story unfolds, influencing the reader's emotional experience and maintaining their engagement. Fast pacing, characterized by short sentences, quick dialogue, and rapid action, is often used during intense or suspenseful moments. Slow pacing, with longer sentences, detailed descriptions, and reflective passages, can build tension, develop character, or emphasize significant moments. Writers manipulate pacing by varying sentence length, paragraph structure, and the amount of descriptive detail. Mastering both plotting and pacing allows writers to craft narratives that are not only structurally sound, but also emotionally resonant, keeping readers captivated from beginning to end. This dynamic interplay ensures a compelling and controlled narrative flow. Setting and atmosphere. Setting refers to the time and place in which a story unfolds, encompassing not only geographical location, but also historical period, social environment, and even weather conditions. A well-crafted setting is far more than just a backdrop. It can actively influence the plot, shape characters, and contribute significantly to the story's themes. Describing the physical environment, cultural norms, and technological advancements of a specific era helps to immerse the reader fully in the narrative world. The details of a setting, from the architecture of buildings to the everyday objects characters interact with, lend authenticity and richness to the story. It is the canvas upon which your narrative is painted, providing context and depth. Atmosphere, closely linked to setting, is the prevailing mood or emotional tone of a story, evoked through descriptive language, imagery, and sensory details. A dark, stormy night can create an atmosphere of suspense and dread, while a sunny, bustling marketplace might evoke feelings of joy and excitement. Writers carefully select words and details to establish and maintain a particular atmosphere, influencing the reader's emotional response and enhancing their experience. The interplay between setting and atmosphere is crucial for creating a believable and immersive world that resonates with the reader. By skillfully developing both, writers can transport their audience, making the fictional world feel tangible and emotionally impactful, truly bringing the story to life. Dialogue. Writing effective dialogue is crucial for bringing characters to life, advancing the plot, and revealing personality, all while sounding natural and authentic. Good dialogue does not merely convey information. It also reflects a character's unique voice, education, background, and emotional state. Each character should speak distinctly, with their own vocabulary, speech patterns, and mannerisms, making them recognizable even without attribution. Dialogue should serve multiple purposes simultaneously, moving the story forward, building tension, or providing exposition in an engaging way. Stilted or unrealistic dialogue can quickly pull readers out of a story, undermining its credibility. Therefore, crafting believable and purposeful conversations is an art form that requires careful attention. Beyond authenticity, strong dialogue is concise and avoids unnecessary pleasantries or lengthy monologues that do not contribute to the narrative. It often implies more than it states directly, allowing subtext and unspoken emotions to enrich the interaction. Dialogue tags, such as said or asked, should be used sparingly and effectively, letting the dialogue itself carry the weight of the conversation. Action beats, where a character performs an action while speaking, can also enhance dialogue by adding movement and revealing character traits. By mastering these techniques, writers can create vibrant, dynamic conversations that deepen characterization, propel the plot, and captivate the reader, making the story feel more immediate and real. Point of view and narration. Point of view, POV, is the perspective from which a story is told, profoundly influencing how readers experience the narrative and connect with its characters. The most common POVs include first person, I, second person, you, and third person, he, she, they. Each offers distinct advantages and limitations. First-person POV provides an intimate, subjective experience, allowing readers deep insight into a single character's thoughts and feelings. However, it limits the narrative to what that character knows and observes. Choosing the right POV is a critical decision that shapes the reader's relationship with the story and its events. It determines the lens through which the entire narrative is filtered. Third-person POV offers greater flexibility, with variations such as omniscient, all-knowing, limited, focusing on one character's perspective, and objective, reporting only observable actions. Third-person omniscient allows the narrator to delve into the minds of multiple characters and provide a broad overview of events, while third-person limited maintains a close focus on one character without the I pronoun. Second-person POV is less common, often used for instructional or experimental purposes, directly addressing the reader. The choice of narration style, whether reliable or unreliable, also impacts reader trust and interpretation. By carefully selecting and consistently maintaining a point of view, writers can control the flow of information, build suspense, and create a specific emotional impact, effectively guiding the reader's journey through the story. Essay structure and argumentation. Essay writing is a fundamental skill across academic and professional contexts, requiring a clear structure to present arguments effectively and persuasively. A standard essay typically follows a 5-paragraph structure, though longer essays will expand upon this framework. It begins with an introduction that hooks the reader, provides necessary background, and culminates in a clear thesis statement, which is the main argument of the essay. This thesis acts as a roadmap for the entire piece, guiding both the writer and the reader. A strong introduction sets the stage and establishes the essay's purpose, drawing the audience in from the very beginning. It is the foundation upon which your entire argument rests. The body paragraphs each develop a distinct point supporting the thesis, beginning with a topic sentence and providing evidence, examples, and analysis. Each body paragraph should maintain unity and coherence, logically progressing the argument. Transitions between paragraphs are crucial for ensuring a smooth flow of ideas and maintaining reader engagement. Finally, the conclusion summarizes the main points, restates the thesis in new words, and offers a final thought or implication, leaving the reader with a lasting impression. Effective argumentation relies on logical reasoning, credible evidence, and a clear, organized presentation of ideas. By mastering this structure, writers can craft compelling essays that inform, persuade, and intellectually engage their audience. Report writing and summarization. Report writing is a critical skill in professional and academic settings, focused on presenting factual information clearly, concisely, and objectively. Unlike essays, reports often aim to inform, analyze, or recommend, based on data and evidence rather than persuasive argumentation alone. Key components typically include an executive summary, introduction, methodology, findings, discussion, and conclusion/recommendations. The executive summary is particularly important, providing the brief overview of the entire report for busy readers. Precision, accuracy, and adherence to specific formatting guidelines are paramount in report writing. A well-structured report allows readers to quickly locate and understand key information, facilitating informed decision-making. It is a cornerstone of professional communication. Summarization is an essential skill within report writing and beyond, requiring the ability to condense lengthy texts into their core ideas while retaining accuracy and meaning. Effective summarization involves identifying the main points, key arguments, and crucial evidence, then rephrasing them in your own words. It is not merely about shortening a text, but about extracting its essence, ensuring that the summary is coherent, concise, and independent of the original. This skill is vital for creating executive summaries, abstracts, and brief overviews that provide readers with a quick grasp of complex information. By mastering report writing and summarization, individuals can effectively communicate complex data and findings, making information accessible and actionable for diverse audiences. Technical writing principles. Technical writing focuses on communicating complex information clearly, concisely, and accurately to a specific audience, often for practical purposes. Its primary goal is to enable users to understand and perform tasks, whether it's assembling a product, operating software, or comprehending scientific data. Key principles include clarity, conciseness, accuracy, and user-friendliness. Technical documents must be unambiguous, using precise terminology and avoiding jargon where possible, or explaining it thoroughly when necessary. The language should be straightforward and direct, prioritizing function over elaborate style. This specialized form of writing demands meticulous attention to detail and a deep understanding of the subject matter. It is about making the complex understandable. Audience analysis is particularly crucial in technical writing, as the content must be tailored to the knowledge level and needs of the intended users. A manual for engineers will differ significantly from one for general consumers. Structure and formatting also play a vital role, utilizing headings, bullet points, numbered lists, and visual aids, diagrams, screenshots, to break down information and enhance readability. These elements help users quickly locate specific instructions or data. Examples of technical writing include user manuals, instruction guides, scientific papers, and technical specifications. By adhering to these principles, technical writers ensure that complex information is accessible, actionable, and ultimately useful to their target audience, facilitating efficient understanding and task completion. Journalistic writing basics. Journalistic writing is dedicated to reporting news and factual information accurately, objectively, and engagingly to a broad public audience. Its core principles include truthfulness, impartiality, and clarity, aiming to inform readers about current events and issues. The inverted pyramid structure is commonly used, placing the most crucial information, who, what, when, where, why, how, at the beginning of an article, followed by supporting details in descending order of importance. This structure allows readers to grasp the main points quickly, even if they only read the first few paragraphs. Objectivity is paramount, requiring writers to present facts without personal bias or opinion. This commitment to factual reporting is the bedrock of credible journalism. Effective journalistic writing also emphasizes conciseness, strong lead paragraphs, leadies, and engaging storytelling within factual constraints. Leadies must capture the reader's attention immediately and summarize the essence of the story. Sentences are typically short and direct, avoiding jargon and unnecessary embellishment to ensure broad accessibility. While objective, journalistic writing can still be compelling, using vivid descriptions and quotes to bring stories to life. Different forms include news articles, features, editorials, and investigative reports, each with specific conventions. By adhering to these basics, journalists play a vital role in informing the public, fostering civic engagement, and holding power accountable, ensuring that information is delivered reliably and understandably. Business writing fundamentals. Business writing is a practical and goal-oriented form of communication, designed to convey information efficiently and professionally within an organizational context. Its primary objectives are often to inform, persuade, request, or record, always with a clear business outcome in mind. Key characteristics include clarity, conciseness, accuracy, and a professional tone. Business documents must be easy to understand, free of ambiguity, and directly address the reader's needs. Unlike creative writing, personal expression is typically secondary to the effective transmission of information. Adherence to established formats and conventions is also crucial for maintaining professionalism and ensuring readability. It is about getting to the point effectively and respectfully. Common forms of business writing include emails, memos, reports, proposals, presentations, and marketing materials. Each type has specific conventions and expectations regarding structure, tone, and content. For instance, an email should be concise and have a clear subject line, while a proposal requires detailed argumentation and a professional layout. Strong business writing skills are essential for career success, enabling effective collaboration, clear decision-making, and positive external relations. By mastering these fundamentals, individuals can produce impactful business communications that achieve their intended objectives, enhance their professional image, and contribute to organizational efficiency. It is a vital skill in today's corporate landscape. Self-editing and revision are crucial stages in the writing process, transforming a draft into a polished, impactful, final product. Revision involves a holistic review of the content, focusing on big-picture elements like clarity of argument, logical organization, coherence, and overall effectiveness. It's about rethinking and restructuring, ensuring the message is clear, compelling, and achieves its purpose. This stage often requires stepping away from the text for a period to gain fresh perspective, allowing you to identify gaps in logic, repetitive phrasing, or areas needing more development. Revision is not merely fixing errors. It's about fundamentally improving the quality and substance of your writing. It is where good writing becomes great. Self-editing, conversely, focuses on refining the text at a more granular level, addressing grammar, punctuation, spelling, word choice, and sentence structure. This stage involves meticulous attention to detail, catching errors that can undermine credibility and distract readers. Strategies include reading your work aloud to catch awkward phrasing, using spell check and grammar tools with caution, and proofreading in different formats. It's often beneficial to edit in multiple passes, focusing on one type of error at a time. By systematically applying both revision and self-editing strategies, writers can ensure their work is not only well-structured and insightful, but also impeccably presented, reflecting professionalism and care. This dual approach guarantees a high-quality final output. Peer review and feedback integration. Peer review is an invaluable process for writers, offering fresh perspectives and constructive criticism that can significantly enhance the quality of a manuscript. It involves sharing your work with trusted colleagues or classmates who provide feedback on various aspects, from overall structure and argument clarity to specific sentence-level issues. Engaging in peer review helps identify blind spots, areas where the writer's intent may not be clear, or arguments that need further development. It fosters a collaborative learning environment and exposes writers to different reading experiences and interpretations. This external perspective is crucial for understanding how your work is perceived by others, moving beyond your own subjective view. It is a powerful tool for growth and improvement. Effectively integrating feedback requires an open mind, critical evaluation, and strategic decision-making. Not all feedback needs to be implemented, but all feedback should be considered carefully. The writer must discern which suggestions align with their vision and purpose, and which might lead the piece astray. It's important to ask clarifying questions, understand the why behind a suggestion, and prioritize changes that will have the greatest impact. Developing the skill to objectively assess feedback and make informed revisions is a hallmark of a professional writer. By embracing peer review and thoughtfully integrating constructive criticism, writers can elevate their work, strengthen their arguments, and produce more polished and impactful pieces that resonate with a wider audience. Introduction to publishing and career paths. Understanding the publishing landscape is essential for writers aspiring to share their work with a wider audience and build a professional career. The publishing industry is diverse, offering various avenues for authors, from traditional publishing houses to independent, self-publishing routes. Traditional publishing typically involves submitting manuscripts to literary agents who then pitch to publishers, offering editorial support, marketing, and distribution. This path often leads to wider reach and established credibility. Conversely, self-publishing grants authors complete creative control and higher royalty percentages, but requires them to manage all aspects of editing, cover design, marketing, and distribution themselves. Each path has its own set of challenges and rewards, requiring writers to carefully consider their goals and resources. Beyond book publishing, a diploma in writing opens doors to a multitude of career paths across various industries. These include roles as content writers, copywriters, technical writers, journalists, editors, proofreaders, marketing communicators, and even screenwriters or playwrights. Many writers also pursue freelance careers, offering their services to multiple clients and enjoying flexibility and diverse projects. Building a strong portfolio, networking within the industry, and continuously honing your skills are crucial for navigating these diverse opportunities. This course provides the foundational knowledge and practical skills to embark on a fulfilling and successful writing career. Whether you aim to publish a novel or craft compelling business communications, the possibilities are vast and varied for skilled writers.